Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, CETSHWAYO, a.k.a. Coach Bird, and I'm the host of the BYRDCAGE Show. Cousin Tracy?
What's up?
Oh, I ain't even peeped that. You got the Pumas on. These some of my faves right there. You know what I'm saying? We might have to bring the shoe can back. We ain't had that in a minute. You know what I'm saying?
I got my Hamlin shirt on.
Okay.
You know, so the cord.
There we go. Hey, I would think nothing less. I would think nothing less. Back at it. Episode 102. You know what I'm saying? Again, as we always do, we just thank everybody that listens and views and all that good stuff. We definitely appreciate it. Today, we just, you get the pleasure of just having the cousins today. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And we're going to kind of recap everything that's been going on in the different neighborhoods.
Yes.
For our student athletes out here.
Yes, because like we say, you know what I'm saying, it's good to see people doing things for the youth, you know what I'm saying? Trying to give them something to do. Parents, you're always hollering, well, it's nothing to do, it's nothing to do, it's nothing to do. Well, yes, there's been some things happening, and most of them have been free. You know
all of them. Most of all of them have been free. You know and the crazy part about it is it's about just getting the kids out there. You know, ain't nobody requiring nothing. And even like as we talk, I've noticed that people like just drop their kids off. Like I ain't seen a bunch of parents out there just drop them off. It's a bunch of responsible adults out there taking care of
Yeah,
kids.
they be all right. What time I gotta come back? You know what I'm saying? So let's go back to we had Hassan Reddick.
Hassan Reddick
from the
does
Eagles.
He did his yearly camp. I think this may have been the third year that he held the camp down at the Rutgers Athletic Center, which is right down off the bridge off of Delaware Avenue. For the youth, I think the age bracket may be 16 and under.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that, or 16 and under. It was an amazing turnout.
London, Hassan Reddick held his 5th annual free football camp for kids, and NBC 10 was there. And tonight we bring you an exclusive access inside of a day to learn from a hometown hero. Take a look.
Sir, we ready to put this work in?
1, 2, 3. Love to get out here with the kids. We're learning today. Just trying to be a positive role model. Come on. Turn. There you go.
It's like a family event. You see all the parents, Hassan, always stepping up, raising the bar of helping and making sure these kids have an opportunity to learn.
Yes, I do. As long as you work hard and you do good in school, stay out of trouble, of course you can. Yes. I always get out here, have fun, and get to be around football. There we go. Give me 5.
I can't hear y'all coming up. Let's go.
You here for one day?
Yeah.
All right, you ready to get some work?
Stretch. There you go.
We know how important it is for young guys to have role models to look after. There we go. Okay, where's easy peasy? We make sure to push for the whole city as much as we can.
They did a great job. He does a great thing, and he's come to my school randomly to talk to some kids.
Nice.
He's a good kid. I'm sorry, Hassan. I'm sorry, Ray. I've been knowing this young man since he was in 5th grade, probably younger. So
you can call
I keep
him that.
saying
You can get that.
I'm sorry to all the athletes who are now men. Okay, I'm sorry. Y'all know Aunt Tracy love y'all, but that's just who y'all are to me. But he's a great young man.
Definitely.
And he strives to give back. Like he strives to give back, and he does it effortlessly.
True.
Like he's a humble young man, very humble young man.
True. Then we had, I believe, Serena was involved with the camp down at Paulsboro.
Yeah, Kevin
Ross was out there. I think Isaac Redmond was out there.
And Julian Davenport was at that one because he went to Paulsboro High.
Okay.
Julian Davenport is another NFL player, along with Kevin Ross. And, they and Kevin Ross is another one. No matter where his career takes him, he always goes back to Paulsboro and gives back and comes to Camden. Like he's really, he gives back. And this man is older.
True.
He's older and he's been doing it for some time. And he's in the Hall of Fame at Temple. I believe maybe Kansas City did something for him too.
I think they did too.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Hall of Fame for Kansas City. And he still gives back. Like you got people that are readily wanting to see our children, our student athletes be successful.
And that was free as well, right?
Free. But this is the thing. I noticed, and we're going to talk about what happened this weekend, but I noticed towards the end, I know the kids are tired, and the athletes are trying to give them little jewels and nuggets. You guys got to pay attention.
Yes.
They're not only coming to give you free skills and drills, but they're coming to give you some knowledge and some nuggets. You guys got to pay attention. True. No matter how young you are, whether you're 10, 9, 8, 6, 7, 13, 15, 16, y'all have to pay attention when adults are speaking to you. Definitely. Because they've been there.
That's what
they've been there.
Yep.
They've been there and they've done it. And if they could do it all over again, including us, we would have done some things differently and listened.
Yeah, that's
listen.
True. Because I definitely, look back on some of the mistakes I've made, and I'm like, people told me not to do that. You know what I'm saying?
You know, the crazy part about it is I'm thankful that I was a listener, especially when it came to my pops. Like, my dad's word was gospel. So when he said, yo, I don't know about this basketball thing, your shoulder is raggedy. Like, this says raggedy. I said, well, the surgeon gonna fix it. Nah, you might want to take this police job, sis. He said, because at the time, what's the best you gonna get overseas?
Right.
You might want to take this police job, sis.
Yeah. It's limited opportunities.
Limited opportunities then.
True. Very true. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to Roderick, friend of the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
D2
Mr.
Sports
Boy,
Network.
Mr. Boy.
Yeah, he's putting in work.
Yes.
He's putting in work. A lot of people don't know. End of June, I believe it was. I think it might have been that last Saturday in June. He had the first D2 Sports Network All-Star Baseball game for the high schools in the area, and that turned out well. They had that down there at Rutgers as well. And when he does things big. So you should have seen it. I'm going to make sure I show the trophies for like the MVP and the winners.
He does
and all
it
that.
Big, but he does it silently.
Right. People don't know.
Yeah, people don't
That's
know.
what I'm
Rick out there doing his thing, but he just so quiet with it. And the whole D2 Sports Network, the creating of the uniforms.
He does it everything.
Yeah.
He does everything. And that leads right into, this comes out on Mondays, but this past Saturday at Canton Catholic, he had his first 7-on-7 football tournament, and he also added a team big man challenge. And our local, I'm trying to get used to this east side, Camden East Side Tigers, you know what I'm saying? They won the 7-on-7 championship, and they also won the big man team challenge. So they took all the hardware.
They said they shooting. They shooting for more hardware, and I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad. I like them kids over there. I like all the kids, but some of them kids on that squad, they went to Cooper's Point, so they kind of I think they're coming up on their senior year.
Okay.
So they hold a special place in my heart. They were the last kids that were in school before COVID hit.
Got you.
They was the 8th grade class that was in.
Right, before all the.
Right, they was the ones that graduated. We had to have graduation at the waterfront or something.
Got you.
Because you need to have the space and
all that. Right, I got you.
Yeah, so they were like the last kids, and then we had that 3-year break, and then now I got a new set of loved ones. But these 8th graders, they'll be seniors this year. And I like what I'm seeing.
And a little nugget for you, you know what I'm saying? You can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, no pun intended. But we actually play Wilson football at Pensacola. I believe I think it'll be their 3rd game, but I think it's our 2nd game. So
I'll be coming to that. I come to them Salkin games. I do be out there. I show up once or twice to show you my love and support.
Definitely.
The only games I haven't come to yours has been baseball, which I need to make one. But I've come to but y'all baseball season be quick.
Yeah,
like I'll call you and I'll be like, yo, you be like, baseball season start. Oh, we on our last game.
Especially now because the way they chopped up these seasons.
I can't even get my scheduling together. I'll be like, because I try to come to at least 1 or 2 of all your games of every season. And I'm like, yo, when's your next baseball go? Oh, cuz we done.
We done.
Damn. All right.
We done, definitely not. And I will say that, and I want to thank you right here on air because you have, wherever I've coached, you've been and seen me in action, and I appreciate it. Trust me. It doesn't go unnoticed.
Support matters, though. Like people don't realize support matters. When you support the kids, that matters.
True.
Support
each other.
Yeah, support each other. That matters. When you support your friends,
definitely.
like this, this weekend, our friend is having another camp, and when you support your friends and you support your people, just show them that you're there, and just say, "Do you need me to do anything?"
Right.
It doesn't always have to be monetary. Sometimes it's just showing up.
Just showing up. Definitely. And then that leads into what's happening this weekend. Well, like I said, this comes out on Monday, so Saturday and Sunday. They had the team camp, the sweat in, sweat out, whatever. Yeah, over there at Whitman Park.
Whitman Park.
Great day in the city. Great day in the city of Camden.
You know what I'm saying? Again, Serena. DB, we got to get her on.
She said that. That's why. So we got there. We'll talk. She said it yesterday.
She does a lot too.
Yeah, she does a lot of city. She does basketball, football camps. She helps with the bowling.
Right.
She helps Bill Wallace with all the Camden Youth Sports Association stuff. So yeah, she's a good person.
And I know you was out there on Saturday. I think Champ was out there.
Champ,
right?
Brad
was out there.
Kurt Huff, Deshaun Davis, Tyree.
Nice.
Tyree is a coach at Georgia. Deshaun, he does training now, but he went to Syracuse and he played in the NFL, I think, for a little bit. Kurt Huff went to Louisiana Tech. He was in an arena team in Iowa.
Another friend of the show.
Yeah, another friend of the show. He's striving to, get his spot, get a spot on a team somewhere. You got Champ, who everybody thought was an underdog, and this boy has been in the league. This young man, I remember a kid, I brought Champ to speak to a group of kids at Cooper's Points who all thought that they were going to be D1 prospect athletes. Right. And this one kid who has yet to go to college stated, "I'm not coming in that room to hear him speak because he didn't even produce at the combine." And Champ said to them, "NFL stands for not for long. So if you can get an opportunity to go to NFL, cool, but you also got to get that degree just in case that dream don't happen." True. But Champ worked hard. When I tell you, hard work trumps talent any day of the week. Granted, Champ was talented, but he worked hard. And he's been in the league. He's been on a couple teams, but he's been in the league, 6 years now?
About 6, 6
years.
And I had the opportunity that remember that one season between basketball, I coached football with Savage. And Champ was a junior that year.
Right.
So I actually had a chance to coach
him. And Champ
him.
was the first recipient of the Daylight Scholarship, the financial, monetary money, because he was intelligent in the classroom.
Right. No,
you know what I mean? Remember in the beginning, not in the beginning, even still now, we deal with children who are excellent in the classroom and excellent on the field, who are leaders on the field and off the field. And Champ has always been. And Champ, when I tell you, hard work, that kid puts it in.
He got the greatest nickname. Champ.
Yeah.
You know what I
and
mean?
listen,
he lives up to it.
He had an adversary engaged life. His life had a lot of rocky roads. And we know a lot of kids got that story, but Champ never stopped smiling.
Nope.
This kid never stopped smiling. Yep. And it's crazy because I wish him nothing but the best. He's a free agent right now. He was at Carolina last year. Right. He said he's a free agent, but I'm sure that somebody's going to pick him up because he's a very positive young man. And you like that. You like that in your,
And like I said, the 1 year I had the chance to coaching, which was his junior year, I believe, I didn't know all the background stuff until, they did, I think maybe when he got to Temple or got in the league, they did the story on him about his past and him being homeless at times and all that. I knew, like Cuz just said, he just always at practice on time.
Yep.
Ready to work, never complained.
Nope.
Yes, coach, no coach.
So I was still policing. I was still policing at the time, and Big Brad Hawkins had said to me, he was like, "Yo, Hall, something ain't right with this kid. Like every time we leave Whitman Park, we give him a ride home, and he be like, "Yo, drop me off right here at the corner, coach. Like I'm good right here. You can put me out right here, coach. Right. Like you could drop me off right here." And that's how it all came about and what his situation was. And we do what we do, whatever the case may be. But he's a great young man. And that had nothing to do with, the fact that I love him. I love him because he's a great kid. He's another one. If he's available, he'll stop in and talk to a group of kids. Love him to death. Brad Hawkins was out there this weekend.
Yeah, he's another one. I had a chance to coach him.
Yeah, very humble kid. And very humble kid. Hard worker. He plays for the New England Patriots. And he's a very hard worker, humble kid, family first. He talked about family and how important family is to him. He's he's the it factor.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and she does a good job too with not only, I believe, what's her nonprofit? Is it
Shalom,
the nonprofit that she has? But she also gets those sponsors at the ShopRite, Fresh Grocer. Like, I think
me and her gonna have to talk because I gotta figure out how to do all that.
Right, exactly. Because you got the nonprofit as well.
Yeah, and I do all that. I be coming out my pocket. No disrespect to Camden Educational Funds, Camden Community Partnership, and all of those that do give me funding, but we need some big money. It's crazy because I've been trying to put football camps together forever, right? And it's crazy because I don't know whether it's because of my scheduling or theirs. I just can't never seem to get it done. But
it's not easy. It's definitely not easy.
It definitely, but you need a real supporting cast, like a real live team, to make some of these things happen. And in my brain,
you need them big sponsors too.
And in my brain that I want to happen, like in my brain, I be wanting things to happen. And I kind of, be banking on the fact that, like, I think I'm owed some loyalty.
Right. I feel you.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just doesn't work out, But here's what it is.
Nah, we can keep
pushing.
It
ain't my lane, but it ain't my lane. Ain't my lane. Maybe it ain't my lane.
Nah, we're gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? I can see it now. I got the Daylight Foundation football game. I can see that.
I'm saying I got the college. The college.
I can see that happening.
The college. You know the college coach. He said he'll bring some of his players over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
To do the stations and stuff. But the problem is, they're already in training camp. In college.
Sure, that's the whole thing. You gotta.
You gotta get kind of like a weird. It's like kind of like
try to find that window.
And that's always been my thing because even with shout out to my nephew who I love to death, Rafi. Even when Rafi was at Temple, some of the boys that play in the league now, like the one I follow them on social media, but they were willing to come over, but it was like this short window, like. School closes in June because we close school late. Right. And you had like a boom.
Boom, right, to get it done.
Right. In order to accomplish, to get the college guys to come help the little kids.
Right. Now, it's some work. I mean, it's all about timing and all of that. Yeah. But I'm sure you'll figure it out. I'm sure you'll figure it out. So, shouts to them.
Real quick. Like, a month ago, Fidel was here. And Rafi was like, yo, put him to work.
Okay.
I hit Fidel up. And by the time I hit him up, for whatever reason, he delayed on responding back. He was like, but Miss Tracy, I leave on Tuesday. Well, dang. I just got the message that you was here.
I just got the message.
Bruh, I'll catch you next time.
I don't even know what to
say. I don't even know what to say. Because I was trying to get him to come to open gym.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was going to throw, daylight shirt on, come to open gym, volunteer your hours. Yo, he was like, it was Mother's Day weekend to be exact, because he was like, yo, I'm going to take my mom out, my mom and my aunt out on Mother's Day. I was like, all right, well, he was like, but I leave Tuesday. Like, nothing happens on Monday.
Right, on Monday you try.
Like, I need you here like a Friday, Saturday. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But it's cool. I'll catch him next go around. So just know, I know Rafi watches. Rafi, tell Fidel next time he comes to Camden, he owe me.
He owe
me.
That's what's up. He might have to get on the show too if he has time. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Shouts out to everybody that's down with the open gym situation.
Yes, the Village strong. Initiative. That's going really strong. You have Rising Leaders Global, I Dare to Care, Miss Pam, Camden County Metro PD, amazing. Captain Coley, Daylight, of course. Meet the Browns are there every week cutting hair. It's a coalition of people who's making, I believe, Brian Gregg comes out all the time. So it's making it a whole village situation. Nice. And it's crazy because a lot of the boys come there just to play basketball, right? So I'm trying to find a window or lane to talk to them about, emotions and stress and mental. And it's been real difficult. And I've been trying to explain to Nam and Captain Coley, it's been real difficult because still, talking about mental health and your feelings, it ain't readily. Right. So I got to kind of find an opportunity. So this Friday just passed, I was able to jump in on an opportunity. I noticed a young lady's response to something that happened. Somebody walked in the gym, and I'm sitting there, and I noticed her whole response to the whole situation. And I said, what are you feeling? And she was like, my heart's racing. I said, yo, her hands started shaking. I said, that's anxiety. I said, does this happen to you often? And she said, Yeah, only certain things. So now here you got a 13-year-old girl that don't know what her trigger is, didn't even know what anxiety is.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now I'm thinking, like when the kids sign in, we may need to send them to a room just to talk a little bit real quick before they play basketball,
little
or a little something. Yeah, a little check-in before, like send them into a room first before y'all get started running around playing.
Right.
We want to just talk about some things that may have happened this week. How y'all feeling? What's going on? You know, I'm trying to figure out which way to make this work.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I can still do some check-ins with some kids other than me just walking around. Because what I do is I walk around and I try to identify who look like they're out of sorts.
I got you.
Who may be sitting on the side and not interacting with the other kids. You know what I mean? But it becomes a little difficult because, you know, kids we still come from a society where we just don't talk.
Right.
And we teach our kids don't talk.
Right. No, you're right. You're right.
So, but yeah, the Village Initiative is amazing. So anybody that pays attention on any social medias, Open Gym changes locations every Friday. So you have to look on the Camden County Police Department's page and or different pages, Daylight's page, Tracy Hall's page, Pam Nam's, all of our pages, we repost where it's going to be. Like last week was Friday it just passed, it was at Morgan Village, and I think next week it may be at the Croc, but I'm not too sure. So yeah, it changes, so just look out for it. It's a good opportunity for kids to be in a safe space. They get to eat, they get to play, they get to interact with other kids, and it's a Friday night from 6 to 9, and it's safe.
Yeah, that's key. That's key. And it's also free. Charge. You know what I'm saying?
Free.
So parents,
Free.com.
Our parents that watch, it's things you just gotta. Sometimes you gotta try to find. Ask a question. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. If you're not on social media, just ask. You know what I mean?
It's
sometimes it's not just going to come knocking on your door. You gotta go find it, but it's out there. Everything we talked about was free of charge, except for maybe the 707 tournament. You might have to pay to get in that,
and it's crazy because all kids come to Open Gym. Like you got the little babies, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's stuff for everybody. You wanted the kids, stuff for like we got the teenagers that kind of help the little ones. They play with puzzles, they color, like they, all kind of stuff. So it's stuff, for kids to do, And the crazy part about it is, years ago, like I want to say maybe 2019, I met Akbar Cook from Newark West Side. He prides himself in talking about when he beat Camden High and he got the ring for the Rough Riders. But so he does this thing called Lights On. In Newark, and I took a group of community people. I met him, and he charges people now. He's been on Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah. He's been on all these shows, and he go around and creates these programs because he decided to develop the program because some of his basketball players got killed. Like they was walking, like it was Newark is bad. So he wanted to create this safe space for kids on Friday nights where they could come and learn different things. Now his program is extensive because like he got women teaching girls how to sew, girls and boys how to sew. They created a production room where the kids that want to be involved in music, he teaches them like stuff engineering like board and all that. Then they got financial classes, photography. They teach the girls how to do makeup and eyelashes and nails. So it had grew into that.
It grew into that, right.
It grew into that. So he, he goes around now to different inner cities and he trademarked his program and he teaches people how to get this up and running. So I reached out to him. I was like, listen, I called you and your people told me I got to go through like a manager or something. He was like, nah, sis, here, take my personal number. Yo, y'all want to come up. So we packed up the car. Zach James with the time was at Camden County Metro, John Royal, Nam Nelson, Wawa, from Camden Sophisticated Sisters, me, Finasia was already at Seton Hall in school, so she drove and met us there. We all jumped in a car and he gave us a tour of his program and what he does. And the kids created like a koi pond. They had them doing so much stuff. But now he's got like major like his coach or his mentor was like this big philanthropist when he was in high school and the man was giving money to Africa and was like I want to do something at home, so that's how he was able to get all what he need. But when I tell you, they even opened up a Capital One bank inside of Newark West Side they convinced the employees to utilize that bank. You know what I'm saying? The tellers are the students.
Oh, that's what's up.
So they make money, they get work hours. stores. Like it's just crazy. But that Northwest side got something going on. When I tell you something going on,
to him.
yeah, something going on. So we're getting it down here.
You know what I'm saying?
It's slowly growing.
Just got to keep working. This is going to happen.
Right, Captain Coley, Miss Pam, Baltimore.
It's going to happen.
You know, the Village Initiative is similar to that. And it's going to grow into all of those things. It's just a matter of time. Like, you know what I mean? Time. Everything, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah, no,
right?
definitely.
But Open Gym is amazing.
And y'all on the right track. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are definitely on the right track. Got to give a shout out to my boy Tyrese. You know what I'm saying? Friend of the show, you know what I'm saying? You got a chance to see him play when he played for me at West Tech.
Senior Tyrese
Pulling out the coupe at the lot, turning for a 12 fuck swat, buzzing all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box, had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn seal, I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deal, we been trapping like the 80s. She said the nigga so got cash out. Told her wipe a nigga no, say slash slash. I won't never sell my soul, I can back that. And I really wanna know I was sad that, won't stash that. Cruise the city in a bulletproof Cadillac. Cause I know these niggas everywhere the bag at. Gotta move smart, gotta move hard. Nigga try to do me.
And the reason why I'm so proud of him is because it's the journey we talk about. You know, sometimes you got to take plan A to get to your dream. Sometimes plan B, some plan C. You know what I'm saying? So,
but you just got to have a plan.
You just got to have a plan. And you got to be able or willing to make sure you're putting that work in, you know what I mean, to execute your plan. And you know, my man, just real quick, he went to Lincoln after he graduated 2019. He graduated from West Tech, 1,000-point score, the whole nine. At that time, we had one of the most games in school history then. We just recently broke that this year, this last season. But he was a key component to that, you know what I'm saying? He put the team on his shoulders. And, you know, we had some other pieces, but he was our main piece. And got a scholarship to Lincoln. That was the COVID year, so they only played like maybe first 6 games, and then they decided to shut that down. Then they changed coaches. So, you know, sometimes, you know, especially in college, when you're a head coach in college, you're going to recruit and bring in the kids
that you saw,
right,
that you want.
Right, exactly. So,
but that happens in high school too,
right?
though.
No. Now, it does. And you know, I mean, hell, he transferred to me his sophomore year. You know what I'm saying? So, but after Lincoln didn't work out, he went to a couple JUCOs. You know what I'm saying? And now, you know, he just got offered and committed to Miles College out there in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? They play in
Congratulations, young man. Congratulations.
I believe it's the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. But, yeah, like they play Clark, I think, stuff
and
like
they
that.
play Alabama State.
Yeah, Alabama State and all that. Yeah. So, you know, he's happy.
I believe a homegrown person has something to do with that conference.
Okay.
Sunkit, one of the Sunkits.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember, I don't know if he still does, but I remember when remember when Camden High went down to play.
Oh yeah, that's right. When he went down there,
Missouri or somewhere. St. Louis.
Yep, St. Louis.
Yeah, he has something to do with that conference down there because also too, I know he has something to do with Alabama State. And all of that. So yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah,
so
we
shout
all
out
over
to
the
Tyrese.
place.
You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations, Tyrese.
Keep putting
Congratulations.
in that work. Keep putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell these guys all the time, hard work pays off.
Right. It's crazy because this weekend's camp, they let the NFL guys speak yesterday Saturday, and then Sunday, which is today because we tape on Sundays. Bill Wallace asked me that I wanted to speak to the kids, and I readily think people don't always listen when I speak, and I don't know why, but they don't listen until they have to, until they're forced, their hand is forced, and either they're legally in trouble or they're emotionally and mentally in trouble, right? So I'm glad you brought that up about Tyrese's journey, because one of the things I thought about talking to them about was mental fortitude.
Okay.
And they're out there training and they're learning these skills and they're talking about discipline. But when you're an athlete and you're trying to get to an elite level, it's more than just physical. It's more than just talent. It's you got to work hard on your skill and your mental, because your body's going to break down on you. Every athlete has an injury. Every athlete goes through a cycle where their body starts to shut down. So now your mind has to kick in, right? Your mind got to kick in enough to let you know that, listen, this is only temporary, right? We can get through this, and don't sit here in this space of thinking that this is it for you, right? You got to push on. You got to, so just like you're training your body physically, you got to train your mind as well. You know, your mind got to be just as strong as your body. And the young men said on Saturday, they said, hard work trumps talent when talent ain't enough, right? So sometimes not only hard work with the body, but you got to have that mentality of hard work in your mind, because life is going to life. As the kids say, life is life. Life is going to happen. And you got to be able to train your mind to adjust when life isn't the way you think it's going to be, because your journey ain't always going to be the yellow brick road. Like even when Dorothy was on the yellow brick road, she ended up with the bats and all this. She went all the scarecrow and she went everywhere but where she was supposed to be, because that's what happens. But you got to train your mind. Your mind has to have that mental toughness just like your body do.
Hey, she dropped that gem early.
You know, because I thought about passing off on speaking, right? Because I don't always think it's a space for me. Like it's not. But what is the space when you talk about mental health? Like, what is the space? Right. You know, what is the space? And my original target to watch Champ and to watch Kurt, to watch Kurt step up in front of them kids and say, listen, I lost my parent, I lost my mom, and had to go to school and figure it out. You know, and I know the work we put in with Kurt, and I know the emotional work behind the scenes that we put in with Kurt, you know, and he still strives every day to be a better person. And I'm like, yo, like he asked you to speak, you said nah. I mean, I don't want people to think I'm always jumping on somebody's stuff, right? But nobody don't know the relationship with Bill Wallace. Well, you know, don't nobody know. But I always don't want people to think I just want to jump in and be an alumni, because that's not it.
I say you go speak.
So what is the space? What is the space, right?
You creating the space. Whatever the space you want to make it, that's what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Because at one time, you're asked to speak and you don't speak, you might have missed the opportunity to save somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? So if they ask you to speak, go, you got it. This is what you do. You know, it's like riding a bike for you. You know what I'm saying?
It was crazy because we had a thing for the job, and my principal was out there, and my supervisor was like, yeah, last year this time when the media was out, we had Tracy speak in behalf of what we were doing, because, you know, that's just her thing.
That's just her thing.
She jumps on you, she throws some Vaseline on her lips. She ready to go. I'm like, listen.
She ready to go. Hey, that's what's up. Well, hey, we going to end that right there. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to everybody that we mentioned, you know what I'm saying, on this episode. This is kind of episode,
thank you. Everybody,
we wanted to
this is a gratitude episode. Just anybody that's putting in work with our student athletes, we appreciate you guys.
Thank you. If we missed
anybody
you,
that watches us,
you know what I'm saying?
We appreciate you guys. The comments, the love, thank you. Everything, I so appreciate it.
Yes, indeed.
And yeah, just thank you. And just look, wait, hold on. Daylight Foundation will be doing health and wellness in Whitman Park. We kick off July 13th.
Okay.
Hopefully by the time we air, the flyer will be up. I'm waiting for my flyer.
Okay.
But I definitely know the dates will be available. The 13th, we're starting out with a Talk About It Thursdays.
Okay.
Group session, male, female, kids, whomever. We're going to sit in the park for about an hour and just talk about whatever comes to mind, whatever we feel like it. We just going to bust it up and have some real bona fide discussions.
Nice.
The Saturday, the 15th, we're having Boxing Fit with Versatile Fitness. 10 a.m. in the morning. We supply all the equipment. You just got to show up. We supply the water. We supply the boxing gloves. We supply the trainer. You just got to show up. The 23rd will be our kickoff for our Winning Fitness with Miss Summer Love. She does a full body workout, and it'll be like stations. Again, just bring your towel and you. We supply all the water. We supply all the mats, the equipment.
Now, what's the age? Like, what's the?
We
is it for
taking
adults or everybody? Okay,
everybody's a family affair.
Nice,
we want
nice,
families to work together. We want families to work out together. We want families to work on their mental health together.
Nice.
We got Wind Down Wednesdays. That's another group opportunity.
Okay.
If y'all parents feel like y'all not having open discussions with y'all kids, we have facilitators coming out. Even my therapist is coming out.
Nice.
So we have actual people that could actually help you and your family. Nice. This is a family situation. Everything that's going on at Whitman Park starting July 13th, and weather permitted, it will go all the way to October 13th.
Nice.
And we'll have every third Sunday, we'll have family movie night from now until October. With different family movies. And on that one, you have to bring your own chair or whatever.
Right.
But we'll have popcorn, juice, all of that. So again, Daylight Foundation will be doing health and wellness at Whitman Park Sports Complex. We'll be out there off of the Sayre Avenue, right across from Tamarack Apartments, the old Ferry Station Apartments. Mm-hmm. That interest where the old playground used to be, between the two baseball fields.
Gotcha.
That's where the group discussions will be. And depending on what the weather is, it'll determine where we have our fitness classes.
Right.
But again, fitness is on Saturday mornings at 10, and Sundays, every other Sunday, 2 Sundays a month at 9. Okay. So boxing is at 10, and the dates will come out for the whole body fitness will be Sundays at 9. And in between that, one night during the week, I may have KJ Fitness come out and do a little workout. So again, it's for men, women, and children.
Nice.
Anybody, family affair. This is what we're doing. We just want to get everybody physically right, emotionally right, and we want us to be whole as people. So in the words of T. Hall, be well, be you. Hopefully we'll see you at the park.
That deserved another one. That definitely deserves. See, y'all, you're doing big things. Cuz, what you talking about? What space? That's that space we talk about. You know what I'm saying? Well, cuz, I know we got some things we need to get into.
Yes, Lord.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, episode 102, you know what I'm saying, is in the books. Once again, this is the lovely Cousin Tracy. I am CETSHWAYO, a.k.a. BYRD, and I'm the host of the BYRDCAGE Show, and we'll talk to you soon.
It was a stone groove, my man.